Good morning, Vietnam. How you doing? I've shut this door because it's a bit cold. Oh, right. I've been over at Andrews at Attleborough Auto Centre. I've been drinking coffee and talking about the world, which went quite well, to be fair. Andy at Attleborough Auto Centre, if you didn't know, he's a great guy. Yes, so I hope you're all well. Today what am I doing today? Sorting out some orders, mainly for Civics. Got some lovely RDX injectors in stock. I've got, so basically building my parts list on for certain big builds that we've got coming. Oh, look at the box. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. So thank you, Johnny at Teguiwa, for sorting me out and helping me with my parts. I had a bit of moan at Johnny yesterday, but it was a bit of a look at that. Yes, but Johnny's also always very, very helpful, and he's always got time for me. So I do appreciate Johnny at Teguiwa. Maybe that's because we love their stuff so much, and a lot of it is absolutely brilliant quality. So we do. Morning, Mark. Facebook user, good morning. Facebook user, if you click on your StreamYard thing, we can see who you are, because otherwise I can't pop it in the chat and say hello. But good morning anyway. Mark, how are you? What are you doing? I haven't even opened the doors yet, but I have been drinking a lot of coffee, so I'm probably a bit hyped. I've had a Red Bull, don't tell my mum. I've also had a sit down, so we're good. Nice set of cabs right there. Looking forward to you bringing me some, Mark, when you're ready. I'm looking forward to that. Parts development's going on. Hey, Flawless Culture, how you doing? Barnsey, good morning. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a member to the YouTube channel. We've got a lot of stuff coming up on the members only side of things, so I hope you're going to enjoy that. Uncle Keith is busy already. He's in the workshop and he's working on a VW Caddy van, which is going to look very nice. Office work today, same as me. I've got shall we say a new lad starting today, fingers crossed if he turns up, and he's going to help me with a lot of admin and things. This weekend okay for you? It certainly is, mate. If you accept PayPal, my friend, you could always pop over to Ibstock and come and have a cup of tea and see the doggo. But that'd be cool, Mark. That'd be cool. So doing a lot today. We've still got a turbo EP3 Civic in the workshop on the ramps. That's having some bits and bobs still. Nearly finished that, so we'll be getting that mapped at some point. Morning, Danny. Says Daryl. Good morning, Daryl. Hope you're well. So really, it's about being focused today and getting on with the tasks at hand. We have got a gas man in. We've got a gas man in redoing some pipe work, which is fantastic news as well. We're going to remap his van for him as part of the deal. It's always nice that. I'm looking at some new technology today at some point with a company over in Birmingham. It's some alien technology, and it's going to allow us to move forward with the more modern cars. Some of the cars that we've specialised in the past are getting old. They're getting tired. And they're a lot more work than you could possibly imagine. So what we're going to do is we're going to move forward onto new technology, and that technology is going to streamline Dynodaze's dyno and what we're doing, and fingers crossed that's going to go very, very well. I'm looking forward to that. When Dynodaze started back in Hinckley, we would map anything. Literally anything, because the technology, the science, it's all the same for mapping, and we shied away from that a little bit because we were successful enough to pick and choose our work, which is great, isn't it? It's absolutely great. But I think we're going to pick and choose to do some modern stuff So that's good news. I'm looking forward to that. So another couple of weeks, couple of months, and you'll be seeing what we're doing. So that's great. Always something going on. Always something going on. Some amazing stuff booked in at Uncle Keith's. I hope you enjoyed the EP3 video. Quite proud of that, really. Quite proud of that. I hope that's doing well. I haven't checked. At some point, we're going to have to respond to some comments on that channel. If you haven't already gone and followed Uncle Keith's Paint Shop, please do so. Yeah, looking forward to the turbo. I know, Barnsey. I like to tease you. I think your car's getting some stuff you don't even know about, but let's not go there. Yeah, so we are trying to finish off a turbo EP3 Civic. Absolutely brilliant build. Really impressed with the quality from a chap called Luke at LA Fabrication. So I'm going to have to check him out a bit more today because his work's brilliant. So I don't know whether you've seen, because we've always been big fans of Solid Fab. So if you know Solid Fab, much the same as Giz Fab, you know, Eden at Giz Fab does an absolutely fantastic job. It's artwork, it really is, and it's really nice to see that there's other people equally talented out there. And LA Fab, I think his name's Luke, really helpful on the phone, and his work is absolute quality. So I have to speak to him at some point today and see what the deal is with perhaps Dynodaze being able to buy some parts for customers' cars directly from him. So that should be nice. I bet Luke's far too busy to be watching this kind of thing, but if he did, and anyone did know LA Fab, then do give him a heads up that I do really want to meet him and speak to him and stuff. But LA Fab, and that's on this turboed EP3 Civic. Now, this particular turbo EP3 Civic. Morning, Kano. Morning, Kano. Morning, Daniel Harris says Facebook user. And because I'm actually doing this on StreamYard, I can't see who you are unless you let StreamYard know who you are by accepting whatever that is that you have to do. It's like a link. When you click on it, you can accept it. But yes, this EP3 Civic has been specced up really well. Beautiful turbo, great stuff, some quality parts, some bits and bobs from Teguer, obviously. And yeah, it's a good spec. And I think if anybody's going to make some power safely, it'll be this one. It's going to flow really well. The video is sort of half done because we've about done half the job. So that'd be a nice video. Flawless Culture. I've still got to get a chance to watch your video on YouTube, so I'm gonna watch that and share that later on today, hopefully. Yesterday I was watching Moon Knight, so I didn't get a chance. That's a Marvel thing. I don't know whether you guys are into that sort of stuff, but can't post comments to some destinations. Learn more. I don't know what that means. Okay, we'll ignore that. Yeah, so yeah, really good stuff though. Really positive. Got some parts coming from abroad that I'm expecting. What was your post about last night, dude? Click on the StreamYard thing and accept so that we know exactly whose comment that is. And then yeah, so yesterday I happened to post in this live chat that sometimes I can get a little bit down. People were saying pretty much, well done for speaking about it and stuff like that. That's cool. Sometimes I get a bit down, especially, you know, during that whole lockdown thing. You know, I was hoping to, you know, try and make sure that all of us, because we're generally men, all sort of speak to someone. If you need to speak to someone, speak to someone. I really just speak to you guys. So, you know, that'll do for me. But I do want to be there to support people if they need it. Yeah, and then I just got I got a load of I admin a club that I've been involved with since inception. It's probably about 15 years to be fair. And I'm admin and I won't take no shit, and I'll just block. If people start arguing with me, I haven't got time for that. So they generally just get banned. And yeah, and people need to remember how hard it is to actually spend time adminning a club because I've deleted posts for not having prices and had death threats. Like literally, oh, I'm gonna come down there and stab you up. Like, right, shut up, mate. So I don't know. It's just hard, ain't it? It's hard, and you can't please everybody. Uh, thanks, man. Thanks, Kano. Thanks, Kano. Yeah, you can't please everyone, and what I have to remember, and this is a fault of mine, is that I think everyone's my mate. I think everyone's my friend, and they're not. They're not. There's people that will message me and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And that's awesome. And they don't want anything from me. They just want to make sure I'm all right, and that's cool. I'm the same. I'll do that to people. I'll check in on people from time to time, especially if I've not heard from them. Um, but yeah, I my problem is I've always been a bit soft. I think maybe, and I've always just assumed that people are my friend, and I don't think maybe that's my own fault that I think they're my friend, and then as soon as I'm not useful, or they don't get the deal they want, or whatever, or if or if somebody asks me for some advice and I give them the advice and they don't like it, then they're not my friend anymore. And that's that. Maybe that's how that works. But who knows? Who knows? But I can't let it get me down because I'm not going to change who I am because other people want to like string you up. So I'm just not doing it. So I'm just going to keep plodding on and doing exactly what I'm doing, and that's the way it is. Um, yeah, so pretty much that was it. It was a bit of a rough one. I was there were people saying all sorts of shit about the prices and stuff, and I'm like, it's a website, it's got prices on it. You don't have to. No one's making you buy anything. No one's making you be in this owners club. No one's, so you don't have to be here. There's the door, sort of thing. Good morning, Adam says. Good morning, all. It's probably asked a million times. Do you need a K100 similar product map and EP3? Yes, you do. You need a board. You need like a K100 or a K Pro or a Honda Vert or something that can be tuned on. Yeah, and then we can get it mapped up, or you can get it mapped up wherever you're going. But yes, you do. You do need one. Exactly as Flawless Culture says. You've already won life. I don't know about that, mate. I don't know about that. I'm 43 and I look about 83. So sometimes it can just be a bit stressy, because you're trying to. I think for me, you're trying to run a business or 10 businesses, and you haven't always got the time that you want, and because of that, people need to especially as if those of you, you're welcome, Adam. You're welcome. You're welcome. Especially, when people complain about a price, these are performance car parts. I don't make prices. I don't just go, I'm making that price up. There's a price there. So, for example, hybrid racing. There's hybrid racing. What an amazing company hybrid racing are. Brilliant. Quality stuff. Quality stuff. But if they put their price up by 8% overnight, they didn't. I'm talking about, who was I talking about? Oh, yeah, recently. Recently, I got an email. I opened the email, and there's a certain brand of coilovers called Geckos, which I love, by the way. But their prices have gone up by 18% overnight. So I have to put my prices up. It doesn't matter what people think they're worth. It doesn't matter what people want to pay for them. If I can only buy them at a certain price and I still need to make a profit margin, then that's what the price is. And that's totally straightforward. If somebody wants to buy a manifold and it costs me £400 to get it made, sat on my desk, ready to sell, cost me £400. I'm not selling it for 350 quid, am I? I've got to make a profit. I've got to make a profit in time, energy, packaging, posting. And I feel like, should I really have to be explaining that? Because no one's forced to buy anything. I've got a friend, and he's just set up a company called Really Cheap Racing. You'll know him as Tactical Racing. Really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. And he feels it the same as I do sometimes, where he's just taking shit for no apparent reason. In the end, he decided what a great idea is. He's just going to set up a business called Really Cheap Racing, and that's going to sell Chinese cheap parts. No delusional people. Just literally, this is the cheap version of that good part. So that good part's 300 quid. Here's a copy for 100 quid. Do you want it? And if you want it, there it is. No qualms. And even if that person says this is a piece of shit, he can say, yeah, well, it's £200 cheaper. It's £200 cheaper than the good one. And no one could argue with that. And I like his attitude, and I like his way. I like the way Matty at Tactical is doing that. I think that's genius. I've had lots of conversations with Tactical over the years, and he's a really genuine guy. He really is, and I think he's going to be really successful in what he does because he's genuine. He also doesn't take any shit. He gets it. Oh, don't get me wrong, he gets loads, but he doesn't really let. He slides over him, and I'm not like that. I sort of take it to heart. But he wants to do that, and he wants to sell really cheap parts, and that's cool. I don't want to do that. I want to sell quality stuff, and I'd rather make one sale of one quality part than 10 sales of some crap. But that's just me, and each to their own. Absolutely each to their own. Morning, Robs to VTech. Hope you're well. Facebook user, if you click on the StreamYard thing that you're watching on Facebook, it will allow you to put your details in there so we can see who said good morning. So good morning to you. Morning, Morphalicious. Hope you are well, my friend. I have got to get some time. Morphalicious. I think I say every single morning I need to speak to you and then don't. So I really need to do that. Kano, great idea. Morning, I'm not a mechanic. Not sure whether this is good. I'll start at the beginning, but Danny, I can really appreciate you thinking everyone's your friend. I'm the same and bend over backwards for peeps. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes you shouldn't let people do this to you, but sometimes you feel like once someone's got what they want from you, they're not interested anymore. So I think sometimes I think people are my friend, and I've got to stop doing that. I'm sort of there's a yin and yang with me and Rich. Richard is an absolutely brilliant judge of character, and he's got that from years and years and years of experience. And Richard will not allow somebody online to annoy him at all. He's not interested online. He won't let someone annoy him. And I wish I was, as strong of character as he is. He's sort of Richard is sort of my role model. I wish I was a lot more like him in many, many, many ways. But he's just so well balanced and sound, and I'm not like that, and I can't help it. But morning, Robster VTech. Hope you're well. Shalom, Jason. Hello. I see all that bullshit in the CZTOC group chat yesterday. So I was well asleep by that point. I just had a look this morning, and somebody said that a 4G15 turbo engine was better than a K20, and I just couldn't be asked to argue with that. Yeah, maybe, Mark. But maybe you're right. But maybe you're right in some respects that I am just getting old. But you know what? And the most important thing is that I absolutely love this place. I love what we do. I love that getting the customers satisfied. I love seeing the cars leave here after Richard's worked on them, and they're always better. I love it. I love it. I love seeing all the cool cars. I love seeing people who are passionate about their cars, like me. I absolutely love it, and I don't think it'll ever change. And like I say, we really are getting some new technology that's going to move us forward, make us more productive here. And in the past, where I've turned away a Mondeo because, let's be frank, I wasn't particularly interested in doing anything with it. I really think we're going to move forward, and we're going to be doing really, we're going to be doing new cars, and I think it's going to be great content. It's going to have that satisfaction to it where we're making something better all the time. Morning, Matty. Matty, I shared your video. Did you see that? I enjoyed it. Good to see you doing YouTube stuff, man. Really appreciate it. Really do enjoy watch. I love your YouTube channel. If people haven't, go and follow Matty Chapman White. He's doing a lot of stuff with his car and stuff that people don't necessarily always do. So go follow Matty Chapman White. Facebook user, good morning. Like I say, if you click on StreamYard where you're watching this in Facebook, and you there's like a little thing where you can say, you accept them to let them use your Facebook profile. Though I could see who's saying good morning, but good morning to you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Does that include Vauxhalls? Absolutely not. I ain't mapping no VXRs. No chance. No way. No, it does. It does include Vauxhalls, because the reason it will streamline Dynodaze as opposed to holding us back is because if you have got a brand new Vauxhall diesel, right? Stage 1 mapping of that car is easy peasy. Diesels virtually never have a problem ever. And we can provide that service where we can put the car on the dyno, see it in stock power. We can map it to like a safe stage 1. That'll increase the power and the torque. There'll be a printout at the end to show the power that we've gained. The customer will drive it and he will love it. And that's as streamlined as it gets. And I think that's going to make us more productive, because Richard, his time can then be taken doing something else. Instead of mapping said Vauxhall, he could concentrate on the Honda stuff and the workshop. And I really think that that's the way to go. I'm going to have a chat about it, obviously, but it's a good plan. It's really a good plan. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I am Flawless Culture. I'm looking forward to it, because every single year, the accountant comes in and he gives me a bollocking and he says Richard's amazing, and me and Richard always have a conversation, and we're like, we did really well that year, Dan. He'll say, what can we do to better our business? What can we do to better ourselves moving forward? How are we gonna improve or expand? And obviously you guys know that we had this dream of having a paint shop, and it's coming to fruition now. We've got work booked in the diary, and at the end of next year we'll be like, what can we do next? So onwards and upwards. It's all good fun. And like I say, every single morning I want to come to work, and there's not a day where I don't want to. And even if people want to try and get me down or string me up, I'll still be here doing this, because quite frankly, it's how I feed my children, and I love it. Do you do PD engines? Yes, we do. I used to have a Skoda Fabia VRS PD 130. Loved it. Miss it, in fact. Miss it. But yeah, we do, and we used to do a lot of them as well. A lot of them. We used to do a lot of Volkswagens and BMW diesels and things like that. And we just got so very, very busy getting stuck into the Japanese stuff that and that's because you can't shy away from it. We would prefer to be mapping 3 FN2s a day, or a turbo EP3 and maybe a Colt in the same day. We prefer to be working on the Japanese stuff, because that's what we're interested in. As you know, Richard's got a Supra, which has got a K20 swapped EG Civic. And I think that's it. I think that's pretty much, we love our Jap stuff, and we'll never shy away from that, because we do. If we've got some standalone stuff, we can map some Nissans and things. That's good. Everyone should just subscribe to everybody else. That's the way to do it. I came across you in November last year, and you already have a paint shop. Killing it, dude. Yeah, trying. We're so lucky. We're so lucky that Keith is the man. Do you know what I mean? Without Keith, we wouldn't even want to do it, and that's a fact that we would never, ever in a million years have dreamt about doing that if it weren't for Keith. So Keith is the man, hence Uncle Keith's paint shop. It is his paint shop. And you, Robster, have a great day. Shalom. Be good. Hope you have a good one. Cook up a storm. PD's the bomb. Dying off though. OCR dub stuff now, which is far, far more expensive and harder to modify. Yeah. We've been asked to do a full custom front mount intercooler on a VW Beetle, but the modern Beetle, and it's going to be a very similar platform to the Golf, but there's not going to be as much room, which is why it has to be custom made in the workshop on the car. Custom alley hard pipes. I was helping Rich weld up a load of alley hard pipes yesterday, so I'm surprised I've not got Archive, but there's always stuff going on, and with prices going through the roof, just in the middle of COVID, Powerflex prices went through the roof, and that's because the raw material became harder and harder to get. When these short shifters, I think they're actually on they're paid for. I think they're on the way, man. I think they're on the way. Now they're a kit, Lewis. So it's a kit that you put together yourself using your existing things. So there's no need for an exchange or anything like that. It's maybe an hour, 2 hours work tops to do it. Harrison of the CZTOC has really helped us out by testing it, because I was so busy. I was going to test it on something, but he's I think I sent it to Morgan first, but he realised he already had a Dynodaze shifter, so that wasn't going to help. So, but yeah, looking forward to that. Lewis. More parts. I'm going to have a chat with a company today about a 2.5-inch exhaust system for the Colt that I want to develop with a sports cat option. So always stuff going on in the background. I just think I am going to do Lewis. I am going to do a fire sale on Colt stuff, because I'm removing Colt stuff from my shelves. At this point, I'm removing Colt stuff from my shelves and replacing it with pretty much with Honda stuff, because it moves faster. The Colt stuff, as you can probably imagine, is only about 5%, maybe 10% of our business, 5% probably of our business here. And obviously, I've always loved Colts, and I probably will always own one or three. I've got 3 at the moment. But yeah, moving forward, I think obviously I'll continue to sell parts for Colts and things like that, and I'm sure we'll be mapping them, because we're very, very good at that. But we shall see. Is there any way to make a downpipe with a sports cat in it for a Colt? Well, Scorpion already do a sports cat pipe for a Colt, so you could the cheapest way to do that would be probably to buy a pre-cat D-cat, and then buy a Scorpion system that's got their sports cat in it, and then that will pass emissions. But we're doing that. We're working with Piper exhausts, and we're seeing a lot more people go for the sports cat option instead of the D-cat option. That's becoming more and more regular. And like I said in a live chat recently, the Americans are not having a good time. There's a company called Cobb, and they were doing a lot of Japanese tuning. And whilst people were actually having their cars tuned, Cobb did an update that stopped them from being able to delete engine management lights for cats, D-cats, stopped them from being able to do pops and bangs and all sorts of stuff. That's going to filter down into this country, I'm sure of it. So it started in California, and it's making its way here, and that's a fact. So eventually, I think fully legal is going to be the way to go. Yeah, Colts. They were rare to start with, Matty. They were rare to start with. There was probably more championship white Colts. Sorry, there was probably more championship white FN2s than there were rally arts made. So I think there's a big discrepancy between what's rare and what's actually rare. Like I remember thinking that there were more Nürburgring VXRs made than there were Colts on the road. There you go, Kano. That's exactly what we're talking about. People don't want to be messing about at MOT time. People want to be able to sail through their MOT. Yeah, and you too, Kurt. I'd like you to pop in and talk to me, man, about making a video on my Colt. I'll get it clean for you. But I really, really like what you did with Gareth at Expression Cultures CRZ. If you haven't seen that video, go and find that. But absolutely brilliant stuff, man. Like that is a talent that you've got there, dude, and you need to do that for me. I'll make it worth your while. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's it really for me. I better get on with doing something. I better go and check out my Tesla stocks because they're not doing so well. Because Elon Musk is he's very volatile, isn't he, Elon Musk? So I better go and do that. Still get some loud pops and bangs on the red line at high level. Plenty of fun still. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's a lot to be said for being legal when it comes to when it comes to modifying cars. You guys know that I had my Honda CRZ wrote off. I'm still driving it, but wrote off. Although it probably does need a rear wheel bearing now. And I love that car. And it was lightly modified, you know. It had an inlet manifold and an induction kit on it, but it was still totally legal. It had, you know, it still got its cats in it and things like that. And I really appreciated that car for what it was. You don't have to go balls out on everything. People can just appreciate your car for what it is. If I would love, and I mean this, love to see an absolutely stock grey Mitsubishi Colt CZT. If anybody knows of one, and I mean unmolested, absolutely stock grey CZT. If anybody knows of one, they need to let me know because I will show you how it's done. I will buy that car and I will replicate it into my first Mitsubishi Colt CZT that I bought brand new in 2006. And started developing parts and modifying it. And with Richard's help, we got that one quite modified before, unfortunately, it met its demise. But if I ever come across a completely standard grey CZT, there's a good chance I'm going to buy it. On that happy note, and peace and love to everybody today, because I'm feeling like I need a bit of peace and love. Have a really, really good day. I'm going to go and check on Keith because it is 8:30 and we've got milk. So why there's no tea being made? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the kettle on. I'm going to take him a cup of tea and see how he's getting on with I think you're probably right, Lewis. I think you're probably right. But I'm going to take him a cup of tea, see how he's getting on. And I believe the gas man will be here by then. So I'll probably make him a cup of tea as well. So thank you, Kurt. I look forward to that. Peace out. Have a great day, everybody. Be nice to people. Be nice. I know you got. Yes, we've got biscuits. We've got biscuits because Steve sent us a load of biscuits with pasties. So we have got tea and biscuits. Why are you drinking tea? You're a southerner. Well, I've got my big coat. So yeah. I'm not from southern stock. All of my family are from Liverpool. There's only me that's the southern fairy. But thankfully, I got to have a football team that was better. So right, peace out, everyone. See you soon. Be good to people, and have a really good day. Shalom, Jason. Peace out. Hi, Jordan. I'm glad that you're back up and on your feet and working. See you all soon.